Good morning, everyone.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, sunshine.
You have sunshine.
I wore
Yeah.
the gold on purpose.
Yeah.
It's a big fire day. It's a big fire day here and well, on the planet and in general. The galactic energies this week is, or today in particular, is it's a solar day. It's a solar energy. Sometimes we have galactic days, sometimes we have planetary days, and this is a energy of the fire of the solar, and it happens to be also
Mhm.
an enlightenment day. So these are kind of the two big energies that are coming from the great central sun, and fire on fire can make a very fiery day. And we kind of had a little fiery this morning, didn't we, honey? We had a little fire going on this morning here, and we kind of was like, what can we say about that, right? What can we share that experience and how it transforms us, right? Is there's these opportunities for the transformation of the fire, right? And yet our fire burns. It's a burning sensation, right? It's burning in the body. It burns things up. And yet the fire is what we want. We want the fire because the fire is the transformation of the lower energies. And so we were thinking about that. So how do we share? And what I kind of got was this vision of this year is going to be very intense. People have said it's going to be intense, right? And how to navigate the intensity. And we always talk about it, walk through the needle, through the eye of the storm, find that balance, that inner balance. And what's the inner balance? Your inner balance is your heart, right? And so we ask for this path and we ask for this, this impetus of love comes, whether it comes from the sun or it comes from great central sun, this energy is coming to us and it's making us vibrate, it's making us shake, it's making us look at all our things. It triggers things. That's what fires do. It triggers things. Why do we go through this whole triggering process? So the triggering is because these higher frequencies are meeting lower frequencies, and the lower frequencies are needing to be dislodged because the energies that we've put into our bodies or we've qualified over our lifetimes, we've qualified with energies less than, we could say, neutrality on the emotional scale. We've had some depression, we've had some sadness, we've had some grief, and we didn't know how to manage them. So we didn't transmute them. And so they're in our physicality. They're not only in our emotional field, but they're literally held in our physical matter. And sometimes we have to forget that we're on this path of being a spiritual being and remember that we're divinizing the matter. That's literally what's happening. We're changing the physicality, and that's a burning. That can be a suffering if you attach story to it. We talked about
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
So we need to get in our hearts. The bottom line is just we have. There's like hearts is the fire. It's like it's a sacred. Keep showing me. It's a sacred fire. It's your fire that all of these lower energies are fuel for that, right? To put it in your heart, feel it fully. Don't let any part of it be unfelt. To own it, responsible for it, and then just love it, right? If you can't love it or you can't love the person that triggered it, then you love something even more. Love God, love your dog, love love is the love is where you're it's really what the intensity is the love vibration. We just kind of like get focused on what it's vibrating with, right? So that was kind of the two things I wanted. Well, it was coming up for me this morning.
Yeah. I'll say this, it's a year of contrast, and the contrast is going to be louder and louder. You'll feel really like bliss, euphoria, great. And then the next day or the next hour, it's like, and it's really riding those waves, learning to surf through this is now so important. And I feel like even the access, when Michael says to the love, will help you ride through the waves. And for me, what I've noticed is prayer, of really getting back into that sacred prayer, of asking, you know, we are all that, and all those things are us. And whether you're praying to Divine Mother, or you're praying to Christ, or you're praying to Buddha, you know, or Tara, or whoever it is, to really get into that devotional prayer can help shift out of these discordant energies. And we are transmuting them as a collective, and sometimes it feels so personal. Um, and so to me, it's also the awareness of what feels so personal. You know, this tree fell and it was really hard, and I've still not quite wrapped myself all around it because I'm so connected to it. And one day the weather's been miserable here on the East Coast, foggy, rainy. I mean, we've had no sun, no sun, and lots of water. And I know, Marla, you're in California, which has also been experiencing kind of crazy weather too. Well, Detroit, everywhere. So I was like, we need to get out of here. We need to go on a vacation. I need to go to Florida where Deborah Olson is, and, you know, just go be in the sunshine and reset. And, you know, so I started researching, and I found all these great deals in Sanibel Island, you know, for like $160. And I'm like, well, you know, right on the beach. And this is great. Well, of course I started doing my homework, and they're still rebuilding from that hurricane over a year ago. And it was like, thank God I kind of read the reviews, and I saw a YouTube video that was filmed a month ago, and there's still such devastation there. And it was like, wow, it put so much in perspective for me that I want to run away and go this, and this is bad. And here I'm like whining about a tree in my yard, and I have people knocking on the door offering to help. And you know, it's being in the energy of it, and taking responsibility for, geez, you know, I said to Michael, I'm actually embarrassed at myself for feeling so sad. Like, here's people that lost everything, right? So that contrast shows up to kind of teach us how to ride the wave. And I think the patience in making decisions too, to just breathe into it, just see where it's going to take you. Just like me, instead of saying book the trip, click hit, you know, we really need to use the money to clean up the tree and not be irresponsible and go, you know, sit on a beach. I waited, and I rode the wave, and really the lesson wasn't about going to Florida and being on the beach. It was about look at this in a greater lens of perspective, a greater lens of viewing. So it's intense energies. That full moon this week was really intense. And
We punched through something there.
yeah, there
I
was
think
a big punch through the next day. So I would just say for everybody, just be gentle, 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 gentle with yourself, and do find those things you love, whether it's, you know, making jewelry, or going to yoga, or riding your horse, or petting your cat, or, you know, giving your kids a hug, or whatever it is, just baking bread. You know, I mean, Jessica posts these amazing things. She makes me hungry. I'm like, she made homemade marshmallows. I mean, like, oh my God, I don't think I've ever had a homemade marshmallow my whole life. So just those simple things, I think, will really help negotiate through these, you know, through these times. So, and I just don't want to take too much time talking, but I do feel like we're all in this together. You can lean in this group, lean into each other, lean into other groups, whatever serves you the most, you know. So
and one thing I just wanted to, one thing that really inspired me when you talked about prayer is the act of bowing,
devotion,
not only the devotion, yes,
humility.
it's the humility, right? It's the bowing, it's prostrating yourself in front of those higher energies that were wishing to serve you in respect and devotion and humility. When you think about humility, it's an energy, right? And when you think about humility, nobody says, well, I want to have power, I want to have strength, I want to have confidence, I want to have all
Abundance. I want to have,
all
yeah.
these energy. Nobody says, I want to have humility. Because usually when you get humility, it's because you somehow get cut off at the knees. But humility is such a beautiful energy when you engage in it. And so I see my mother as she's going through this process of leaving the planet, and how strong the personality is, how strong it's always been to survive in her life when she was younger, and how now her body's being broken and everything's being taken away, and how you want to control that, and we want to help. But if you don't have the humility, if you don't, something cracks within you. And I don't want it to have to crack, is why I'm going through this for you. I don't want it to have, you have to break your ego to break down to get a breakthrough. Is there another way? Is there a better way to cultivate humility? Because without humility, you're not going to be able to balance these energies and go forward. And so, how do you cultivate humility so that you're in a place of service? Service is one way to serve the planet, serve serve your lawn, serve your garden, prayer. All these things are so important, and to just make friends with humility. Like it is such a powerful consciousness that we're going to get it. It's how you choose to receive it. So,
Yeah.
anything else, honey?
No, I
Uh,
think that's good. Yeah. And I will say this, the one other thing, Tom Kenyon had a great email he put out last week, and I'll share it in the WhatsApp group. And if anybody's not in our WhatsApp group, I can share it, for a meditation, the Tree of Life. It's extraordinary. And the writing that goes along with it and the practice, it's beautiful. It does, I would say, shine the light on those little crevices that we're conscious of or we're not conscious of. But sound right now, we have a sound healing this afternoon and here in the meditation room, and sound is really important right now. Beautiful music, the birds, water, rain, the ocean. Really tune into the sound, because you're hearing you're only hearing one infinite piece of it. So sound is really important right now.
yeah, the Tom Kenyon, literally, when it's an activation.
Yeah.
So maybe only listen to it for 5 minutes first, because it's a plasma activator. I mean, it will move your kundalini, move your energy, and create some changes, some experiences. So yeah, be gentle with the Tom Kenyon. It's one of the strongest things I think he's ever done.
Yeah,
So
and he does talk about that. So we'll put it out to everybody so you can access it and have the download. So
yeah, and so we're going to kind of go into the meditation now. And we've been kind of looking at those meditations and trying to look at it from a different viewpoint of what, and how we can approach them and how we can be in service to them as a collective group. And we're just so grateful that each one of you are here to be with us in this, and to acknowledge each one of you, because each one of you that shows up, we're part of the human collective, right? Well, that's pretty easy to know, but we're also a soul collective. We may think that we're here randomly, and maybe we are. And then there's somebody else driving the driving the bus that put us here. And so that's that other being, that other higher self, that monadic structure, that soul structure, that's teaching us through these. These are really activations more than meditations.
It's
And
really to hold more light in your light body. It's really to activate your light body. And then we connect those light bodies together to create that grid that is transcends the discord or the artificial grid. It's actually the divine human blueprint. So it's great.
it's really cool for me, because I don't know exactly what the download's going to be. And then I go and I write something afterwards and I go, oh, this is what we did. This is what we activated. And what we activated after I go back and I look about it, it's like so remarkable. And then you could go back to the YouTube and you could kind of literally do
Map out.
steps. You could do steps. This is how to activate this body or how to activate this in the collective. There's real deep teachings in there that we don't know when we're going through it, but each one of us has our own focus on it. And so the higher self wants your vision or way that you activate it to be bloomed or flowered or expanded. So yeah, let's go in and see what spirit has for us today, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Are we? Yeah,
Yep, we're recording it.
we're
Make sure.
okay. All right. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. May Krishna, may we abide in Krishna. May we abide in Christ's consciousness. May those beings that are holders of the Christ lineage be here with us and hold us and serve us in holding this for the collective. Take a deep breath into your heart. Engage your heart and just kind of roll the energy into your heart. Feel like your heart's catching it. You may even feel like a little infinity loop kind of happening from shoulder to shoulder. You can kind of work the energy around and exhale. Again, into the heart. Hold. Just feel. Let go, let go, let go. Feel, feel, feel. What does your heart feel like now? And release. Release, let go. We're charging up your heart field. One more time. Breathe in. Hold. See if you can notice the life force, the breath, the pranayama that you just brought into your heart. Is it moving? Is it integrating? Is it spinning? And exhale. This time go a little deeper into your heart now. There's a place we call the secret space within your heart. See if you can find that place and go in there and bring the energy with you. Breathing in. Hold in that secret space. And as you're doing that, open your toes, ground your feet and heels, and then exhale through your heart. Allow your breathing to return to normal. Find an equilibrium now here where you're not so much engaged in the body, but you're a witnesser of. It's like you've pulled back your awareness from the senses and now you're witnessing your energetic body. I'm going to take you one step deeper. Instead of just witnessing it, I want you to feel your energetic body. Do a little scan, maybe a scan from the crown. Is your crown open? Do you feel it? And slowly just kind of move down through your head like a horizontal plate of light. Down through your brain, down through your pineal. And just stop for a second here at the pineal. Witness your pineal. Maybe even take a little breath into it. Feel it open and alive. And move forward into your Ajna chakra, your third eye. See it's open, alive. And then move subtly downward now. Just bring your horizontal awareness. It's like your consciousness field. You're just kind of like moving down through your auric field, down through your throat, through your shoulders, through your lungs, high heart, through your heart. You may notice as you're going down, it's almost like you're filtering out any discordant energy. Down through your hips, and through your root chakra, perineum. Take it down through your legs, femur, knees, calves, soles of your feet, heels and toes. Take it even a little deeper now. Take it into the Earth Star chakra beneath your feet. Like you've cleaned your own energetic field, washed it. And go ahead and lock this horizontal scanning of your consciousness field. Just lock it at your Earth Star chakra. So it's like you're standing on it. You're standing on this pedestal of pure white conscious. It's a scintillating light. It can even be a diamond light if you'd like. It's a purity, an essence. And at the level of your Earth Star chakra beneath your feet, see if you can place with your consciousness your Earth Star chakra. It's as if it's within the plane of this white purity consciousness. Maybe even send a few beams from your root chakra, a few beams from your coccyx down into your Earth chakra. Just kind of have a little communication, like you're sending pulses of energy down into the Earth star. And the Earth star is held in this your consciousness of purity. And let's just call it that. Let's call it the consciousness of purity. Purity is usually represented by white, the color white. And allow that consciousness of purity that you're sitting on, standing on, anchored into, allow it to raise its vibration and notice how it pulsates or radiates upwards through your physical and nadial light body. Maybe you see your bones becoming clear. Maybe you see your whole nervous system becoming light, vibrant, golden. Maybe you see all of your organs revitalized, regenerating, fully filled with life force. Maybe you just see them as happy, synchronized. Allow the energy to move up through your throat, clearing anything that's in your throat chakra, like a spout, spouting up into your brain. And see your brain turning into like a crystalline diamond, holistic, organic field of light. Excellent. You may notice there's like a ring opening up, like a Stargate ring. It's between your pineal gland and your crown. Your crown is a ring in itself, but between the two, there's like a white halo. It's exactly what it is, a white halo. And the disc has like an electromagnetic field. And within the electromagnetic field, the event horizon of this halo disk, it's just a pure, clear diamond consciousness. It's like a nothingness, but yet it's somehow there. You're not even really sure how you can tell that it's there. It's just a knowing. And allow yourself to just to hold that halo and hold that event horizon and see or feel how it interacts between the crown and that horizontal pineal ajna chakra, like discs for your chakras. And then there's this halo between the two. That's good. As your crown chakra begins to resonate in attunement with the halo field, so does your horizontal pineal ajna. And it's as if those two fields hold, and the inner field of that halo, the crystal clear energy, begins to expand upwards and downwards. It's being held within both of those force fields. So now you've got it, this ring that's kind of going to your crown, held by your pineal. And just take a second here just to notice how your hemispheres of your brain are being stimulated. You could say they're being harmonized. Almost as if the brain is becoming more plasmic, fluid. Almost like you can feel the energy, the plasma of the brain. You can feel the cerebral liquid as a consciousness holding the brain. And feel the skull, not as just a bone that's inert, but a living, conscious holder of light and consciousness. As you hold that, you may feel like your skull is being framed in white light, illuminated. And allow your whole skull to be just fully illuminated. Now begin to presence the throat chakra. Envision that halo around the throat chakra. And extend your cylinder down through the throat chakra. Notice how your heart opens up, your high heart, your lungs, your shoulders. Everything is kind of pushed outwards as this energy magnifies and moves down, centered around your antakarana, centered around your sushumna, centered around your spine. You're going to take a couple seconds here just to allow it to lock in around your throat, stabilize. It may help just to take a kind of a elongated breath into your high heart, up into your lungs. And as you exhale, just kind of pull the energy down. Pull it down into your heart field. And see the halo around your heart field. And the extension of that clear consciousness, nothing consciousness, diamond consciousness moving into, down, and around your heart field. You may feel a little threading happening as the two energies of your heart field this crystal clear event horizon field moves down. Good. You may notice your Sushumna channels becoming more like a live wire. As his energies are coming down, that's kind of like activating these lower chakras. That live wire is vibrating out some density. Find that place where it feels good. With your next breath, I want you to breathe into your lower abdomen. Breathe into your sacral womb of creation. Breathing in. And as you exhale, bring energy from your heart down through your solar plexus down into your sacral. And exhale. Feels pretty locked in on most people's solar plexus. You feel that, then move to your sacral and kind of feel it locked in this cylinder around the halo of your sacral chakra. May need to just sit back in your chair, sit a little lower, deeper into your pelvic energy. Again, breathing into your sacral, making sure you're connected at the spine, and then Exhaling down through your root, pulling this cylinder all the way down around your root. Engaging the root halo. Breathing into it, allowing it to integrate the energies. Just very high diamond crystal, almost like a nothingness energy. As it's integrating, it may take a few minutes here, but it may take a minute or so, but as it's integrating, just hold that awareness of that presence happening. Also see how you're connected upline through your other chakras. See that all of them are still locked in. Everybody's stable. Solar plexus, heart, throat, high heart, throat, pineal, ajna, crown. All of them are open and vibrating. You may notice like a real intensity of the vibration. How expanded they've become. And yet you're still pinned here at your root, your coccyx. Bring your awareness back into that root chakra. And feel that energy at the root chakra. Go into, see if you can access those energies of the Kundalini, the abode there. It's right below the perineum, or right where the perineum would be. And just say hello. Say, we are one. I surrender to your highest vision, purity and activation of this vehicle. Thou art the doer. And just receive. For those of you that know how to do a bond lock at your perineum or your root chakra, on the in breath, go ahead and contract your perineum. Open up your third eye, open up your crown. Allow the energy to move up like a whale, like a dolphin. And on the exhale, just release and relax. And these energies are very undulating, so we need to take the energy even deeper, and we need to ground even deeper now. So let's just take them from the root chakra. Follow your antakarana, tube of light. You can either make yourself small and conscious as a move through your tube of light, move from the portal of your earth star chakra, begin to descend and feel the energy, the density, the nourishing support of Mother Earth. See how she brings a calming, soothing, continue to descend in your consciousness, effortlessly moving down. Whether you're aware of the sensation of moving, you are consciously moving through layers of consciousness of Mother Earth. Your root stem is your antakarana, and you're always connected into the heart of Mother Earth. You may feel yourself moving through portals or moving through different landscapes. You can acknowledge them, but we're going to continue just to pranam, bow as we move through with hearts open. Move into the inner portal, like this inner diamond. It's a sphere of diamond light. And there's this source field at the center, the source field of Mother Earth, her heart field, we could call it. And each of us has a domain here, our own access to our own crystalline palace, our own access to our higher dimensional self. And as you descend, you're just bringing your consciousness into alignment to the diamond consciousness of Mother Earth and attuning to that higher aspect of yourself there. That guiding force. And allow yourself to just kind of gently acknowledge as you dock. It's like a docking, or you come into very soft landing. You could say this is your etheric or light body self consciousness. Begin to synchronize your breathing, your resonance through your heart field with the resonance of your higher aspect here. Maybe your higher self wants to hug you. Maybe you want to hug your higher self aspect here. Maybe the two of you have already merged. If you feel you need to ask permission to step into that field, and do so. Or if you're still integrating, allow that to happen. For those of you that wish, go ahead and merge. You may even want to turn yourself around 180 degrees and just kind of superimpose your vision of yourself on this perfected higher version of yourself. And allow the two to merge. You may even be able to already communicate. There's a telepathic communication there. And just open yourself to that. I'm just going to be quiet here for a moment. Allow yourself to open up to receiving this telepathic connection. It happens in the brain. It can happen in your corpus callosum, etheric level, but it can also happen through opening of your own higher gifts, intuition, clairvoyance, clairaudience. You may be aware that you actually come to this higher aspect. There's something in the you bringing, coming to your higher aspect here. It wants to be acknowledged. So just acknowledge yourself for bringing yourself here. Because there was a raising of your frequency to meet that of your higher self. But in so doing, you also brought with you a gift for your higher self. The gift of holding this event horizon of pure clarity of energy, the horizon of knowingness. And from your heart now, just offer it as your gift. Maybe you take that halo of your crystal diamond knowingness, place it around the heart, put it in your hand, place it in the heart, or you can take it in your hands and place it on the crown of your higher self aspect. And just notice the interchange between your physicality, your light body, and that of your higher self. There's like a communication. You may even feel the giddiness or the glee of your higher self and what your higher self can do for the two of us with this gift, where it can take us in our unfoldment with these energies. Grounded in your heart. Anchor yourself fully emerged, submerged, resonating in oneness with your higher self aspect here. And as you do so, you may feel like a anchoring or locking in at the root. There are also some other beings here, and they're all communicating through the third eye. So open your third eye. And whatever you feel happening at your third eye is the light codes that you're receiving. And you're allowing them to come through this channel, this halo channel of crystal clear knowingness through your whole being, light body being, anchored in your diamond palace here at the center of Mother Earth. You may even notice how you open up into the consciousness of Mother Earth. There is really no separation between you. And there's a knowing that there's only so much energy the body can hold at this time. All in divine balance. And as you're receiving these energies through your third eye, you may feel the activations in your brain, but there's also a communication happening from the cosmic whales, dolphins, your spirit guides in the nature world. And just make that connection. There's a gift that they're instilling in you, anchoring in you, that allows you to communicate with the natural world in a new way. There's an assurity of your communication, a knowingness of your communication with the plant kingdom, with the animal kingdom, with the crystalline kingdom. We seem to think that they're lower forms of consciousness, but they're actually not. It's that consciousness beyond the form that you have access to. That you can become vehicles of nature in harmony, transmitters of the animal kingdom, plant kingdom, crystalline kingdom. You'll notice your crown chakra responded as many different frequencies opened up for you to transmit. And just enjoy that cascade through your crown. All those frequencies that are like diamond pearls. They may not yet be ecstasy, but they can be ecstasy as they cascade from your crown through your physical being, through your core of your heart, into the core of your roots, down into the core of Mother Earth. So there's this like loop happening, this torus field. You may notice that you've merged with the torus field of Mother Earth. Just take a moment to breathe and equalize the flow with this torus field. There's a real power of rejuvenation here. When you feel like you've anchored fully into the groundedness of the consciousness of Mother Earth and your higher aspect, return not through the way you came, but return through the event horizon of your heart. Instantaneously, you can presence within that sacred space of your heart, your awareness as if it was beamed there, and you're back in the fullness of your light body. Just take inventory. You've kind of never really left, and yet you are back in a sense. Take a when you feel like you've anchored fully into the groundedness of the consciousness of Mother Earth and your higher aspect, return not through the way you came, but return through the event horizon of your heart. Instantaneously, you can presence within that sacred space of your heart, your awareness as if it was beamed there, and you're back in the fullness of your light body. Just take inventory. You've kind of never really left, and yet you are back in a sense. Take a deep breath into your heart and feel the joy of that breath into your lungs. As you access, know that you are accessing the purity of Source itself into your auric field every time, with every breath. One more deep breath, fully landing in your physical body, fully landing in your chair. And yet somehow opening your awareness is still there. Guiding you through your day in the highest timeline and your highest service. Bringing your hands into Namaste at your heart. Again, one more last time of landing in your heart and grounding in your body. And slowly, as you open your hands, opening your eyes, guiding you through your day in the highest timeline and your highest service. Bringing your hands into Namaste at your heart. Again, one more last time of landing in your heart and grounding in your body. And slowly, as you open your hands, opening your eyes, bowing your heads to the gifts we've received and the knowingness of the love that we are. Om Namah Shivaya.
Namaste.
Namaste.